Alright, boys and girls. I had to do this video. Gotta do this video. Definitely got to do this video. So, all these guys I see on YouTube, all over US, all over the country, install these extremely expensive systems, right? The QS 3000, the QS 5000, the QS 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, 16, 18. I mean, all these, QS motors, they are so popular and they are so strong. It's not even funny. Even the 3,000 QS is so strong, and the 5,000. So no, I don't have the QS system motor, okay, and I don't have fancy equipment on my bike. Now, what are we talking about here, right? You're gonna say, like, come on, man, like, get to it, right? So, here's the thing. I see the QS motor in the back. I see big battery. The bike literally is doing 70 miles an hour on a video at YouTube, which there aren't really that many, videos left out there. I think I've seen them all because I see the same videos over and over again with the same people, and nobody puts out a new video, except few YouTubers, but they really hard into it. They put out a video like every other day. Anyway, off the subject. So I need to have somebody to explain to me in the comments down below. Okay, and of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you should do it because I've noticed that lots of people have benefit from this channel. I had a few YouTubers ask me about the electric system. I actually had one YouTuber 2 days ago ask me what could be wrong with my system, and funny thing was it was a brand new system and the wire was pinched and burned out, and the system wasn't running, and he was freaking out, and he called up the manufacturer in China, try to get things done, but he reached out to me and he asked me, look, what could it be? I said, dude, check all your wires, and it was a pinched wire that burned out. He had replaced it and the system is back again online 100%. So I am so happy that I could help somebody, so happy that that person didn't have to go through a big hassle and just go through a tremendous waste of time. Okay, he came to me right away. I gave him the options what it could be. I went from the least headache to a most terrible uh, example or scenario. So from the least scary scenario to the most scary scenario, and it worked. It worked perfect. He woke up in the morning, he saw the video, boom, it worked great. Thank you so much. There you go. That's what I need to do. Anyway, off the subject again. So, folks, please comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and please let me know why would anybody, okay, install a $1,000 system, okay, like QS 8,000, okay. I'm not talking about the 5,000 or 3,000. I'm talking about the 8,000. Everybody gets the 8,000, right? Which we have established, and it was confirmed by so many YouTubers that if I was to build a system all over again, even in UK, UN, or anywhere, um, have confirmed that I would install the QS 5000 motor, okay? Not the 8,000, because the 8,000 is 18 pounds, I'm sorry, 18 kilograms heavier, okay, than the 5,000 watt system. So yeah, less weight, better, right? All right, so you have installed this crazy, fancy, expensive shit. You have a huge ass battery. Let's say, I mean, let's say, look, you buy this crazy motor, but you're buying a battery that has 20 amp hours. That's a no go. Okay, for that 150 amp Sabaton controller and the 8,000 watt QS motor in the back, you need, okay, a 50 amp hour battery with a great cell discharge in that battery, okay, and you need that 150 to peak 350 amps of burst. okay? It has to be 150 steady, 350 peak, okay? That will be a matching your system. So you want to match the system, right? You don't want to have a Honda Civic, okay, doing 3,000 horsepower, because I don't think the frame is going to take it, right? Um, so again, the QS system 8,000 watts, you need to have 150 Salvaton or any controller. Now, why Salvaton? Because you can tweak it, you can set the software, things like that, right? Your battery doesn't have to be Bluetooth, but it's great. It's a good feature to have. Great. Now, again, tell me, why the fuck would you be putting $100 goddamn forks in the front from Zoom? I do not understand this. I do not understand this. There's gotta be other option with your front forks. Again, folks, we're trying to build a perfection. $100 Zoom forks is not a perfection. Especially if you know and you acknowledge yourself that these forks are bad and they have the worst reviews and they're $100. Let's say they're not $100. I've seen them as expensive as $250. Whoever is willing to pay that price, okay? I bought KKE forks, not D&M, okay, because they were about $400. Well, okay, $389 plus shipping handling from China, right? Look, D&M are very, very good forks, okay? But again, you're paying for the price, and they're all a little bit overpriced, right? Now, if my forks go right now, I have KKE. Yes, I would buy D&M because I am not being bombarded with all the expenses like controller, the motor, the battery, the frame, the tires. I'm not being bombarded with all those expenses, so it will be much easier. Like, you don't want to create a hardship, maybe a financial, or well, usually it's all about money. So you don't want to create a financial hardship on yourself, because at this point you're buying everything. Even though I purchased everything throughout 2 years of building my project, right? But I didn't want to go extreme. I didn't want to put a dent in my finance because I had a budget that I was able to put on the side, okay? And the motor cost me whatever, $500. I really got great deals on this. Like, my front two tires and front wheel and back wheel was like $200. It really wasn't expensive. I got two tires, one spare tire, three tubes. It was awesome, right? So I did get great deals in my belt, but I always had in the back of my mind a budget that I'm willing to put out. So for my battery, my budget was actually $1,500, and I end up paying like 1080, like $1,100. So I mean, $1,100 for a battery is still not cheap or anything like that. And I do like this company. I do like the way this battery is made, because again, it's a one parallel by 20 cells, and it's like kind of like a leaf or a rectangle leaf cell. So if I need to replace one, I'll do that. But anyway, and they're locally in California, so it's not a huge deal. And there's this e-buyer, the shop is it's a real shop in LA. But from the eBay, the guy always has batteries sitting around, especially the big ones, because not everybody goes crazy for big ones. You also can't really squeeze a big battery in small frame unless you modify like I did, which I didn't even know that it's going to work. I just say, like, these measurements are very close to what I need, so it might work. It might, whatever. Anyway, so KKE forks, to me, they do its purpose, right? I find them flawless. There is no problem with KKE forks, okay? They're as big as the NM. They have good resistance. They're cushioned, they're hard, they have lockout, they have settings, rebound, whatever you want. They all have that. They're not the NM, okay? Now, why I wouldn't replace my KKE forks with DNM, with KKE again? because I already tried it. Now I'm gonna try something else. Now my budget has already evened out, and for me now putting out, let's say, $500 for shipping and handling, it's not a big deal. However, do I agree? Do I agree spending $500 on forks? I mean, there are forks for $1,000, Fox forks and all that. No, I don't, because I am able to replace my forks, let's say, every 3 years. But if I pay $500, I might not have to replace it every 3 years. But you know what? I don't want to be in that situation. Um, I don't mind replacing my forks every 3 years for $200 and having a brand new system. I already, excuse me, I already have everything set up for those forks. I know they work. Um, but again, please try to convince me, why are we buying these expensive systems with this expensive battery, so I hope, and we put in $100 forks that don't work for shit, and you'll break your teeth doing 60 miles an hour. You'll break your teeth doing 30 miles an hour. And even the YouTubers to say, like, look, man, it sounds like shit is just making noise, cracking, squeaking, all kinds of crap when I'm riding these forks. You know what I mean? So, do I really want that? No. I mean, I'm comfortable and I'm happy with a KKE forks, and I think if someone does not have it in the budget, the D&M forks, and says I'll get the Zoom. Not everybody could get the Zoom forks for $100. I've seen them as high as $250, like I said earlier. So let's say you do spend $150. I mean, honestly, why don't you go for the KKE? Now, again, some people might not even know that there is such a brand like KKE, because I didn't know, right? So, okay. But anyway, I am very happy with my KKE forks. I have a D&M 700, was it 780 or 750 pound shock in the back. It is awesome. I'm 250 pounds. I can jump on that fucking bike. Nothing, nothing. It just works. That's all I need to know at the end of the day. And yeah, my system is not QS system, for 8,000 watts. My battery is not Bluetooth battery, and it is not Panasonic cells. It is, so they call, A-class Chinese cells. But then again, China makes cells for Tesla and for most of the cars over here in US. Most, if not all, of these cells or batteries come from China. So I haven't had a problem. I got great results with the speed. I get great results with the wrench test. Please, check those videos. Then this is doing, over 55 miles an hour continuously. Maybe I stopped. I did stop once, and maybe I slowed down a couple of times. But there was no time that I was going under 35 when I had, the throttle wide open. Anyway, so I think people should consider to even out their project. And what I mean is, match your system to your battery and match your bike to your suspension. If you're 150 pounds, it's nothing wrong of getting a D&M forks. If you can afford it, and that's not a problem for you, you should definitely go for it. If you want a budget build, because I hate spending money. I mean, yeah, I could drive a Ferrari, but I could afford a Ferrari, a used one, not a new one. I wouldn't buy a new one. But am I gonna drive it? Hell no. I can buy the Corvette. Am I gonna drive it? No. I don't want that hustle. I don't want that problem. I want a plain car, most likely hybrid, so I save money again, put money in my pocket, and that's it. So don't buy QS system 8,000 or 16 or 20,000 and then put a battery that has only 50 amps. Do you see what I'm saying? Or put a battery that has 200 amps. 200 amps, that's pushing 200 amps, but you know, it has only 20 amp hours. That's not going to take you far. That system has so much amp demand. There's no way you're going to go far. You're going to go fast, but you're not going to go far. It defeats the point of having a homemade bicycle, okay, that only does 20 miles or 30 miles. This is completely unacceptable, 30 miles, okay? In my neighborhood, yes, it is. But I don't want to be only doing 30 miles in distance. I want to be doing more than that, okay? So I'm at a rank of 44. And I know if I ride somewhere near the city or Queens or Brooklyn, whatever, I won't be able to do 50 or 60 miles or 65 miles an hour. So my battery is going to deplete less. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be on a highway. So that's not a problem. Remember that my wrench test was done at high, if not top speed of the bike, which if you go fast, you'll pretty much go through your watts much faster, right? So your body is going to deplete faster. Now, if I was to go on the 20 miles an hour, I'll probably double the range to 80 miles, you know, of range, of distance, which is okay. I literally went with my son, and there's a video on the YouTube, um, like 20 miles, and I haven't burned even one bar down. Seriously, okay? And this is with a 48-volt battery. So imagine, I wasn't going faster than 15 miles an hour. So come on, it's basic physics, you know? So that's what I'm saying. You know, I don't even think that there is a battery that's going to be able to go with the demand that the QS motors have, especially the 8,000 and above. The 5,000, 3,000, yes, there is a battery for it, no doubt about it. But there is no battery that is going to push the 8,000, the 12,000, the 16,000 watt battery, QS motor. There's no freaking way. You know what I mean? You know, I see lots of electric bikes, you know, that they were, you know, motorcycles, and now they converted them into a brushless. And so, yeah, they put in out 20,000 watts, but the battery is ridiculous. It's like 120 and 150 amp hours. So that gives them, you know, 70 miles range. But that battery is huge and it's heavy. It's like over 100 pounds. So, you know, I mean, Tesla, you know, has a huge battery, and it takes you, you know, over a little bit over 300 miles, you know, the better model. But anyway, it's already 20 minutes. But please, folks, please match your system, okay? Your battery got to match your brushless system. Your bike has to match your suspension system, and your body has to match your suspension system, okay? If you have a damper, you know, from a bicycle or mountain bike, whatever it is not going to work, okay? Also, what's not going to work is a regular mountain bike tires, okay? Um, I've seen this dude on YouTube. He has a 27.5 tires, which I think they're like 20. They aren't really 27.5 plus, okay? They're just 27.5, and to me it looks ridiculous. Okay, I like the motorcycle rims, and I like the motorcycle tires. I've never gotten a flat tire. I had It wasn't necessary for me to inflate it all over again. Never lost the air. They're sealed very well. They are heavy. They're not too heavy, but for what they do, as the purpose of it is that the bike is stable and the tires are stable. I can take a turn like a regular bike to lean to the left or to the right, and I don't have a problem of me getting on a balloon where, you know, your tires this way, and when you turn it just keeps swinging with you. It's, you know, it's kind of like a balloon, you know, reaction, you know, and you cannot ride on a balloon where it won't shift. So I can lean on the side and my tire's not going nowhere. So usually that happens when you have a narrow rim and you put in a flat tire, which I did it once in my very first build, and it felt awkward. I felt the tire moving, and I don't like that because with that bike I was doing about 28, 30 miles an hour, And taking a turn was extremely uncomfortable for me. I felt that rear tire keep, shifting left and right, so I don't like that. But yeah, the mountain bike tires and wheels, stay away from that. Look, Super 73. Look, Saran. Look, all these bikes. I mean, Saran does have decent wheels. They're not perfect, um, but they're decent. They're better than mountain bikes wheels. Okay, so we can't complain about that. Super 73 has got crazy fours at 4.5 wide tires. I mean, it's ridiculous. And you can put the 5,000 QS motor in that damn fucking sucker and just go at it, with the Salvatron controller. But again, folks, please match your system. When you do a perfection, that doesn't mean that you overpower the system. Okay, you overpower the system, okay, but your battery doesn't match the system, so no good, no good. I gotta go. I am so tired. It is a Monday morning, back to the grinder, dealing with special eds, I guess. What can I say? But soon enough, we're gonna start riding a bike. Like I said, every I'm gonna try every day when it gets warmer. I'm looking at middle of March, beginning of April. It's supposed to be like 50 in the morning, like upper 40s. So I might be able to start taking a bike every day, Monday to Friday. While I'm doing that, save money on gas, save money on tolls because I gotta pay tolls like $13 every single day. In total. The gas also is expensive. Over here in New York, it's at 3.80, a gallon. So it's close to California prices, $4, $5. We gotta go up. We gotta go higher. So, you know, it would be nice to save that money and put that money towards something else, some other maybe projects. Maybe just give it to my wife, whatever. Buy food, buy clothing for my son. I mean, there's so many other ways of spending your money and giving your money back to your family. And I know my wife will make the right decision spending money. I've taught her well how to spend. I'm teaching her how to save. So, again, this doesn't come overnight. And my father taught me how to save money. My mom taught me how to save money. And I taught myself how to save money. And then whatever I save to invest, And I'm not doing YouTube for money. So that's whatever. I just want to share my information. All right. That's my thought today. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Everybody enjoy it. Okay. And hopefully I get back to you and shoot another video if something really irritates me, like people putting into their build for $5,000 a freaking $100 forks. It looks retarded. That's my opinion. So don't be one of those guys. Please average your system out, average your bike out. Don't have, expensive shit versus cheap shit. All right, and unsafe. Until then, folks, take care. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Comment down below because it is always nice to hear good comments down below that I have helped somebody or somebody needs help. Also, it gets the channel moving. It gives me a purpose of shooting these videos for you guys. I can, tell and see that somebody's actually watching and appreciating these videos. So, again, until then, take care.